In this video, the objectives are to find the area and circumference of a circle given the diameter or the radius. And secondly, find the radius or diameter of a circle given its area or circumference. So those two statements are essentially converses of each other. Either you're going from area and circumference to radius or diameter, or vice versa. First, a radius. This is the distance from the center to the edge of the circle. So it starts at the center, goes to the edge. The diameter is the distance across the circle through the center. And it has to go through the center. The diameter is twice as long as the radius. So 2 radii fit into a diameter. So if you're given the diameter, you can find the radius and vice versa. To find the area of a circle, the formula is A equals pi r squared. So you take pi and multiply by the radius squared, and you get your area of the circle. And the circumference formula, there are 2 of them. C, circumference, equals 2 times pi times r. Or C equals pi times d. So that's pi times diameter, or 2 pi times radius. Now, exact versus rounded answer. Exact, you're not going to type pi in the calculator. So don't type pi in calc. We'll write down. And then a rounded answer, type pi in the calculator. So this says find the exact and rounded area and circumference of each circle below. Find the rounded areas to the nearest hundredth. Okay, so starting with area. A equals pi times r squared. For area, you need the radius. In this first picture, they do give you the radius. It is 2. So all you have to do for the exact area, pi times 2 squared. Remember, it said not to type pi in the calculator, so only calculate 2 squared. 2 squared here is 4. So your area is 4 pi centimeters. So that's your exact. Your rounded is going to be pi times 2 squared again, but you're going to type pi in the calculator this time and get an actual number rounded. So pi times 2 squared is 4 times pi, and it's approximately nearest hundredth, 12.57 centimeters. So this is the rounded, this is the exact area. Sticking with number 1, I'm going to do exact and rounded circumference over here. Exact, C equals 2 pi r. It's going to be 2 pi times 2. And exact means you're not going to type in the calculator, so just 2 times 2, these 2 numbers here, and you get 4 pi centimeters. Just want to make a correction here. The very first one, the area over here, should be squared centimeters, because it is area. Circumference, the distance around the circle, is going to be just centimeters. And rounded, type 4 pi in the calculator, and it should be approximately 12.57 centimeters. So that's the rounded circumference. This is the exact circumference. It only appears to have the same numbers, 4 pi, 4 pi, 12.57, 12.57, because the number is 2, and it's only because 2 times 2 and 2 plus 2 are both equal to 4. So that's what happens there. But if you were to do 11.4 for the radius, or 30 for the diameter, which is 15 for the radius, you will get different numbers for circumference and area. So that's finding area and circumference, rounded and exact, given the radius or the diameter. Now, these examples down here, you're going to use the area formula to answer the following questions. So this one says find the approximate radius of a circle with an area of 52.3 square feet. So, talking about area formula, so rewrite that, A equals pi r squared. They give us area. That's A. So this number here is going to go in for A. So 52.3 is equal to pi times r squared. Notice how we don't know what r is. And that's exactly what they asked us for here in the very beginning. Find the approximate radius. So we're going to solve for r. So I'm going to rewrite the equation over here so I have a little bit more room. 52.3 equals pi times r squared. First step, divide both sides by pi. So I have r squared. And 52.3 divided by pi is approximately 16.65. Now to get rid of the power of 2, the square, you're going to square root both sides. And that way r is going to be approximately the square root of 16.65, 4.08 feet. And then we found the approximate radius. So to recap the problem, plug in area in for A, because that's what A stands for, area, and then solve for R using methods we learned in algebra. I want to move on to number 4. It says find the approximate radius of the circle. So you're finding R again with a circumference of 94 centimeters. So they give you circumference. They give you C. So in this formula, C equals 2 pi R. They give you this one right here. They ask for the approximate radius. They're looking for R. So we need to plug in 94 in for C because that's our C, our circumference. So 94 equals 2 pi R. I'm going to highlight R so it's visible as to what we are solving for. We want to get rid of everything from that side of the equation, the right side. So currently we're multiplying R by 2 pi, so we can divide both sides by 2 pi. So the 2's cancel out, the pi's cancel out, and you're left with R. And we're going to round here because it says approximate. Now, when you type this in the calculator, you need to put 2 pi in parentheses. If you do not, you're telling the calculator 94 divided by 2 and then multiplying it by pi, which is not what you want to do. So you got to type in 94 divided by parentheses 2 pi, and you get approximately 14.96 centimeters. So to recap, they gave you circumference, you plug it in for C. They asked you for R, so we solve for R, or radius, and we got 14.96. And we have now hit both objectives.